Cut across live to Chennai, where Dayanidhi Maran is holding his press briefing.
Of communication and two other people from Sun TV network. And the irony of the whole issue is that they have been ill-treated. Third-degree treatment was used by the CBI on them, forcing them to give a false statement such that stating that there was a link between Sun TV and my residence, which is absolutely a lie. When they refused to give such a statement, they were harassed, they were beaten up, and all kind of third-degree treatment was used. And in fact, they were promised that if they give a statement of such a way that they could, which is favor the CBI, they will be let go. I am planning to write to CBI director that such inhuman activities should not be practiced by CBI when a civilized country and a civilized country. The CBI should be a fact-finding mission. I encourage it because people trust CBI to be a fact-finding mission, not a fixing bureau. It looks like that since they have filed an FIR, since they lack an evidence, they are now trying, and after 8 years inquiry, they are not able to find an evidence. They are now trying to fix because they just want to shift their responsibility from their table to the courts. If it's going to happen to me, a two-time member of parliament, I wonder if a common man can get justice from CBI, because common man expects CBI to be fair and conduct a fair trial. In fact, I was also expecting that CBI will conduct a fair trial and bring out the truth. After 8 years of their investigation, they are now trying to harass them on the basis of to collect more evidences. In fact, they have been hit, they have been tortured, and their family members are going to write to the Human Rights Commission on the abuse, gross abuse by the CBI people, personnel, on abusing them and harassing them to give false statements to indict me. So in this, I'm also planning to write to the CBI director. And in fact, when I was called, the irony of this, these three personnel were called more than 10 times by CBI in the last 18 months. They have been called to Delhi several times. They have gone and they have cooperated absolutely with the CBI, and also in Chennai they have cooperated. It's not that they have been called for the very first time. But if CBI is going to act like a state government machinery, I also wonder what is forcing CBI. Is CBI trying to please some RSS personnel who is trying to get benefit that because he exposed and he wants to get the credit? It is a sad face for CBI, and I am ready to. I also cooperated with them, and I find no reason when if there is an offence against me, I'm willing to prove myself in the court. And I have told them very clearly, it cannot be possible in the electronic age. There was no misuse, there was no 300 lines, there was an ISDN line which still functions in my residence. For the last 11 years, 10 years, the telephone line is still functioning in my residence, and it is not like a EB meter, where the EB meter is in my residence, I can tamper with. The meter for every telephone is in the telephone exchange, and it cannot be tampered with. This is a basic fact, and there are some scientific things. Technically, this is not at all feasible. And the meter reading cannot be changed. And in fact, in their own finding, they have found that the meter reading was not more than 7 lakhs. And I wonder, when there are facts with them, what are they trying to establish? And it's not technically feasible. Just if CBI wants to pass the buck, and without doing a fair trial, and want to fix me, it is unfortunate that I have no option but to fight it legally.
Can you openly make the harassment ideal? Can you openly make the
அரசியல் காரணமாக இருக்கக்கூடும் என்றுதான் சந்தேகப்படுகிறேன். குறிப்பாக தமிழ்நாட்டை சேர்ந்த ஒரு அறிவுஜீவி, ஒரு ஆர்எஸ்ஐ சேர்ந்த அறிவுஜீவி தன்னை பிரபலப்படுத்திக் கொள்வதற்காக தான் பெற்ற அவருக்கு திடீரென்று அதிகாரம் அவருக்கு கிடைத்ததனால அவர் இப்பொழுது பாஜக அரசில் பிரபலங்களுக்கு நெருக்கமாக இருப்பதால் அவர் அதை பயன்படுத்தி தான் ஒரு அறிவுஜீவி என்று நாட்டுக்கு நிரூபிக்கின்ற வகையிலே செயல்படுகிறார். அதற்கு சிபிஐ ஒத்துழைக்கிறதா இந்த சந்தேகம் எனக்கு எழுகிறது. ஆர்எஸ்எஸ்க்கு திராவிட இயக்கத்திலிருந்து யாரா தலை தூக்குனா பிடிக்காது. அவர்கள் வளையும் போதே கிள்ளுவதுதான் அவர்களுடைய வேலை. ஏன்னால் அவர்கள் தங்களை தவிர தமிழ்நாட்டிலோ இந்தியாவிலோ வேற யாரும் அரசியல் செய்யக்கூடாது என்பதுதான் அவருடைய நிலைப்பாடு. I find no reason after 8 years of inquiry, after these people being cooperating with the CBI for the last 18 months and visiting the CBI office for more than 10 times in both Delhi and in Chennai. Now CBI finds that they have to get more evidences. Only points to one source that CBI, instead of being a fact-finding bureau, is trying to be a fixing bureau and trying to do third-degree methods, which are usually followed by state governments when they want to fix their opponents. It is sad that these persons were harassed, hit, and abused, and forced to give a statement and promised that if they give a statement against me, they will let go. Otherwise, they will be arrested. This only points towards a person, someone with interest. And the people who have told me is that an RSS ideologist who thinks that he is the brain of Tamil Nadu, and he is trying to get all the credit. And with his influence in the present NDA government and BJP people, is trying to divert and get the political mileage out of this. நான் உங்களை சந்திப்புங்கிறார் எங்கள் குடும்பத் தலைவர் என் தலைவர் கலைஞர்.
All right, that was Dayanidhi Maran explaining his side of the story in the 8-year-old telephone exchange case. We have T.S. Sudhir, our editor South, joining us with all the latest. Sudhir, pretty much on expected lines, Dayanidhi Maran has now decided to call this a case of witch hunting, where despite what he claims cooperation for the past 18 months, there is an attempt being made by the CBI to launch a massive operation against him and his aides.
Yes, Dayanidhi Maran coming out all guns blazing against the CBI, accusing it of vendetta, accusing it of political witch hunt at the behest of an RSS leader who he claims wants to fix him somehow. Two employees of Sun TV, including an electrician working at Sun TV and an additional PS of Dayanidhi Maran, have been arrested by the CBI and they are likely to be taken to Delhi. Dayanidhi Maran also alleging that third degree has been used against them and he wants to approach the Human Rights Commission to complain about that. Basically, Dayanidhi Maran making the point that there is no illegal telephone exchange which was installed at his home, saying that it is technically not possible and even now only an ISDN line is what is working at his home. Remember, when the case broke out, there were allegations that this was essentially done to help the Sun TV network, where Dayanidhi Maran's brother Dayanidhi Maran is the main person, the managing director, and that the allegation was that the Maran brothers were using the telecom ministry, where Dayanidhi Maran was a minister, to help the Sun TV network there in Tamil Nadu. Dayanidhi Maran now making the point that there was nothing illegal which was done. There is no illegal telephone exchange which was installed when he was the telecom minister in the UPA government, and therefore the CBI is trying to indulge in witch hunt by arresting 3 of his close aides. Okay,
Sudhir, do stay on with us. I believe taking certain questions from the media. Let's quickly listen in.
If there's such an abuse, it's a civil dispute. I'm ready to. Opportunity should be given to me that, okay, this is the amount you have used, you pay it back. But even that opportunity is being refused from me because they now want to fix it as a criminal allegation to please someone else. In fact, I've also written a detailed letter to the previous director and to the present director, I say, with the legal opinion from a former Supreme Court judge explaining this is not a criminal offence. In fact, I've gone a step further and said the facilities which were used by me were also provided to all the previous telecom ministers, right from Pramod Mahajan, Mr. Sukram, to even the present External Affairs Minister External affairs. Sushma Swaraj, and my former predecessor, all of them have been given the same facility which was provided to them was also provided to me as a minister. And I also went to the RTI. I got a report from RTI, which RTI says clearly there is no limit in the phones connections to be provided to the ministers of telecommunications and the minister for state of telecommunication. Whatever the procedures were followed from 1990 was followed when I was a minister. But the unfortunate thing is that I have been singled out. I am now trying to be fixed for what happened 10 years back, and in fact all I did was use those facilities only for my purpose to discharge my duties as a minister. And there is no abuse, which I have clearly stated. And I also said, please take the meter readings. There is a call data record which clearly says if there is abuse, a call data record will say. Now, you know that. Even if you use the internet for 1 millisecond, there is a call record of where you use. When they have all that, but that is not enough to fix me. They are trying to fix me. It is unfortunate, the premier investigation agency of our country is being abused to please certain person. Thank you.
Have they ever questioned you?
I have cooperated with them. Every time they have been called, I cooperated with them.
Why do you think you have been questioned?
Why do you think you have been questioned?
Yeah?
So why do you think you have been
CBI is unfortunate. CBI should have the fairness and say, yes, there's a case, I will proceed. There's no case, I'm going to drop. But see, after doing a fair investigation, since they do not have any evidences, after they want to now try unfair methods of saying, since we have not found any evidence, we are going to force these people to say something against you. Based on this, we are going to proceed. It is not fair. I'm saying, if it's going to happen to me, then what justice can a common man get from the premier investigation? This is what the state government does. This is what Tamil Nadu government does. If they want to fix someone, they get two statements and enough. That is enough to arrest a person or penalize. After that, he goes to the court, prove himself innocent. It does not matter. And also, the media is also interested only in sensation. As long as a person is getting arrested, they are happy. The moment a person is released, they are unhappy. It's unfortunate that sometimes the media trial, my judgment is already delivered. After delivering a judgment, the media finds it difficult to swallow the truth. And I only says I should be given an opportunity to tell the truth, not forced.
But why do you think you've been targeted?
Sir, can you say the name directly?
No, I'm also saying this is what the FIR copy says, which tries to give an exaggerated amount. I'll give you a copy. Exaggerated amount of what used for me. Yes, when I was a minister, I had brought in more than 60,000 crores of investment to the country, not only to Chennai, throughout the country. I've done my part as a minister. I've done well, but I was supposed to be a tech savvy minister. I was tech savvy, and video conferencing was part of the thing which was being introduced by NIC. I didn't ask for it; they provided because they wanted to show it, which helped to project our country. Now, the Prime Minister is talking about Make in India. That time I made it in India. If you had Nokia phone, it was made in India. Samsung was made in India. And all the major industries were made in India and made in Chennai. It was possible because I was tech savvy and we are able to do it. And it was done in good faith to discharge my duties of a minister. But unfortunately, there is one person now, there was another person earlier whom I'm not going to blame, who wanted to protect themselves by using DMK as a guinea pig to wash the dirty linen.
But was there a telephone exchange? Was there a mini telephone exchange?
Sorry.
The basic allegation is that.
All I had is an intercom. A basic intercom. There is no telephone exchange. The same intercom is still in my residence with the same telephone number. What telephone number was present there 10 years back is still functioning in my residence. If I had done an offence then, am I committing an offence now?
But let's also accept this whole case started, FIR registered, everything happened during the UPA regime and DMK was very much part of it.
அப்போ ஒரு அறிவுஜீவி இருந்தார். அப்போ தமிழ்நாட்டிலிருந்து ஒரு அறிவுஜீவி இருந்தார். அவர் திமுக பழி வாங்குறதுல இருந்தார். அந்த அறிவுஜீவி அந்த அப்போ ஒரு அறிவுஜீவி இப்போ ஒரு அறிவுஜீவி.
So you mean to say that you are hinting at P. Chidambaram Are you hinting at P. Chidambaram, sir?
அறிவுஜீவன் அவர்தானா?
I'm asking.
அவரும் அறிவுஜீவியா? அவர் தன்னை காப்பாற்றிக் கொள்வதற்காகவும் தன் மகனை காப்பாற்றிக் கொள்வதற்காகவும் திமுக மீது வேண்டும் என்ற பொய்யான குற்றங்களை பற்றி அவர் பதவியை தவறாக பயன்படுத்திக் கொண்டார். பதவியை தவறாக பயன்படுத்துவது திமுகவை கொச்சைப்படுத்துகின்ற நடவடிக்கையிலே அந்த அறிவுஜீவி, நான் பேரை சொல்லவில் அந்த அறிவுஜீவி செயல்பட்டார். தனியா வாங்க சார். You're right. This was foisted against me and DMK during the UPA regime. Unfortunately, there was one of the what to say? No. There was a intellectual from Tamil Nadu who claimed to be the only intellectual from Tamil Nadu whose only job was to fix DMK and fix anyone in DMK so that he can be the most intellectual person from representing Tamil Nadu. It was done by him. Now continued by another intellectual from RSS. Thank you.
Sir, do you say CBI?
All right, that was Dayanidhi Maran in his defense, holding a very long press conference, giving a point-by-point rebuttal to what he feels is a case of political witch hunt being carried out by the Central Bureau of Investigation. We'll be on top of this story on top of 10 a.m. as well as the other big breaking story, what is going to happen in the Supreme Court as far as the BCCI in general and Mr. N. Srinivasan in particular is concerned.